head at Philology Ventures.
Thank you, Malika. Before we start our session, so it is necessary to brief about our audience about Ticker. So Ticker is a revolutionary equity research tool that provides you with three-way assistance for intelligent stock picking, which are stock analysis, peer comparison, and bundles. Ticker provides a sophisticated yet simple interference that will help you in a stock analysis. Also, Ticker helps you to compare the companies operating in the same industry and choose you the best ones for you and give the lots of different strategies for a beginner in stock investment. So we are very thankful for having you, ma'am, in today's session. So we're moving forward to the session. That's from our side. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Malika and Dipali, for the great introduction. And Dipali, thank you so much for clearing the concept of what ticker actually is. So thank you so much. You made my work easy. So I'll just introduce myself once again. So this is Kirti Pimpalgaonkar from Philology Ventures, and I am a product head at Philology's one of the product, which is Quest by Philology. So I'll be starting a presentation today that would be based on personal finance for especially for millennials or who are aged between 20 and 25. So shall we start?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just let me know if my screen is visible, my voice is audible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll just present my screen. Yeah, so my screen is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So we'll start with the session. I would start the session with a question, first of all. So all of you can answer either by unmuting yourself or on chat. So my question is, as a kid, when was the first time you heard about term finance or money? Can anybody tell?
Someone replied 13.
Okay, when you were 13. And from whom you heard this term finance? Actually, I'm not able to see the chats. Can someone please tell me what is being typed on chat?
Different ages are popping up 19, 17, 18,
Okay,
11.
okay,
From dad, someone heard. In a maths class,
okay.
on YouTube, commerce stream from friends.
Okay. Okay, so I'll also answer this question. So when I was kid, I used to hear everything about finance, budgeting, money, mostly from my mother. Okay, she used to manage our household expenses. At that time, in most of the houses, our fathers used to earn and give that money to our mother, so that our mother can allocate budget for necessary things which we wanted. So the first time I heard about finance was from my mother or from my grandmother. So from the initial stage only, we know that at the age of 13, we knew that finance is something in our life, money is something in our life. So it plays an important role in our lives, right? So in this session, we'll just decode that only, why personal finance is so important for everyone, not only the earning member of the family, but for everyone who is related to money, for college students, for the freshers who are doing their job, or for age above 50 or 60. Personal finance is important for each and every person over here. So we'll start the session. So what all we are going to cover in this session is what is actually personal finance. We'll also talk about savings, how important savings is for everyone. And then we'll talk about investments, why investment is necessary. Saving, yes, we know that savings is important, earning is important, but why investment is also important. We'll also learn about that. And also we learn, because we know that India has a very huge poverty people. So what are the barriers that people face for their financial independence? Why people are not financially that much independent? So we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about some mis-selling happening in our industry, in our finance industries. Okay, so we'll begin. So the first important thing in personal finance is earnings. The most important thing is earning. If you have money, you will be able to create your personal finance. But here I'll just give you one example that what kind of misconception is in the people, right? So I'll just give random example, which can be relatable to you as well. So when we were kids, we used to get pocket money of like rupees 100, rupees 200, rupees 300. At that time, we feel that 100 rupees to बहुत कम है यार, 200 भी बहुत कम है. And then we gradually moved to college. And when we were in college, our parents used to give us pocket money of say 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. And we get that 2,000 rupees, that was also not enough for our needs, for to fulfill our needs. We thought that नहीं और ज़्यादा मिलना चाहिए. फिर when we moved to our first job, when we searched for our job, when say suppose if I had a first job and I was earning 15,000 rupees, so at that time I felt that 15,000 become hai. And gradually if my salary is increasing, I always feel that my income is not that much how much I wanted. This is because with the rise in income, we also tend to increase our expenses. जब हम 200 रुपए हमारे पास होते थे, तो we plan it out things like we have 200 rupees. हमारी budgeting would be like 200 rupees. जब वो 2000 हुए, तो हमारे expenses भी 2000 की तरह हो गए. जब वो 2000 से 20,000 हुए, तो our expenses increased to 20,000 rupees as well. So this is the problem that all of us face, कि हम with the rise in income, we also tend to rise in our expenses. That is not the case. That is not the right way to do your personal finance. So the first and foremost important thing to start your personal finance is to know how you have to earn and how you have to save from that. Okay, so the most important thing is to make the rational difference between what income means and what expense mean, and how to manage both the things. Okay, so this is the incomplete truth of personal finance, that with the rise in income, we always tend to rise our expenses. And if we see, this is the data which I have got from one of our product, that is Recipe by Finology. I'll explain what Recipe is in the next part. But as of now, the data which you can see is collected from our product, which is Recipe. So you can see that this portal has been used by almost 1 lakh people, and we have calculated the data, and we have come to the point that average monthly salary of each person, average monthly, is 53,000 ke aaspas, and out of which only 34% is being saved, only 34%, and rest 66% are the expenses of those people. So this is the huge difference. If you want to create wealth for your future, you have to save first. But here is not the case. What we are seeing here, 15% आपकी EMI में चले जाते हैं, 15% नॉन एसेंशियल थिंग्स में चले जाते हैं, 36% हमारे और भी बाकी चीजों में चली जाती है, और सिर्फ बचता है हमारे पास 34% सेविंग, which is not enough to create wealth. So we have to change this, right? The first step of personal finance is to have a proper saving so that we can invest from that saving. So what should be the actual thing? अगर expenses पहले calculate करना गलत है, तो what is the right thing? So the right thing is, इनकम से हमें पहले अपनी सेविंग्स को अलग कर लेना चाहिए. रादर देन प्लानिंग एक्सपेंसेस फर्स्ट, प्लान योर सेविंग्स फर्स्ट. कि इफ यू आर हैविंग एन इनकम ऑफ 10,000, सपोज 10,000 रुपीज मंथली योर इनकम, so you have to plan कि नहीं, I have to save 5,000 rupees out of it, and rest 5,000 rupees I'll manage in my expenses. So this is the right scenario. As you can see, income minus expenses not the right way. Income minus savings equals to expenses is the right way. So this is the right way to start your personal finance journey. Okay. And after that, as we all can relate with this, whenever we get salary, whenever we get pocket money from our parents at the first date of the month, we will be like परेश रावल की तरह, यस पैसा ही पैसा है हमारे पास. बट बाय द एंड ऑफ द मंथ वी टेंड टू हैव कि हमारे पास कोई पैसे ही नहीं है, वी आर लेफ्ट विद नो मनी. व्हाई? दिस इज व्हाई बिकॉज इंडियन पीपल आर लिविंग पे चेक टू पे चेक एवरी मंथ. एक तारीख से एक तारीख का एक लूप बन चुका है, और उसी लूप में हम जी रहे हैं कि वी आर होपिंग कि एक तारीख को पैसे आएंगे, फिर से हम उसके खर्चे कर देंगे, देन फिर एक तारीख को पैसे आएंगे, फिर हम खर्च कर देंगे. सो दिस इज द लूप वी आर क्रिएटिंग, बट वी आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन हाउ वी कैन सेव our money. So saving money is the most important and prioritizing thing in your personal finance. So this is the data which again we have got from Recipe. जो problem I have said कि people are living from paycheck to paycheck, because due to which we can see that 34% of Indians says their salary doesn't even exist for 15 days. अगर एक तारीख को उनके अकाउंट में सैलरी आ रही है तो they are not able to sustain that salary for even 15 days. That is like very shocking data. And apart from that, 1 out of 5 individuals spend more than usual on the payday itself. Like this is something which we call when we like do research for stock market investing, there is one thing called do something bias. Jisme like if stock market is going up and down fluctuating, so there is some biasness from our end कि अरे यार इतना fluctuate हो रहा है, we have to do something. कोई ना कोई शेयर तो खरीदना है, चाहे 10 रुपए का हो चाहे 15 रुपए का हो. This is something like do something bias. तो पे डे के दिन भी लोगों के साथ यही होता है. Whenever you get your salary or your pocket money on the first date of your month, there is some eagerness कि नहीं आज तो खर्च करके ही रहेंगे, आज तो हम शॉपिंग करके ही रहेंगे, आज तो विश लिस्ट से कोई ना कोई ड्रेस ऑर्डर करके ही रहेंगे. So this is the mentality of Indian people, due to which they are not able to sustain their salary for more than 30 days. So this is something which needs to be addressed by everyone. And how can we address that? What is the solution for it? अब आप बोल रहे होंगे कि I have shown you the problem कि okay, this is the problem, but what is the solution for this? So I'll just tell you the solution for this. The most proper solution for this is budgeting, which our mothers do at our home. जब हम घर पे होते हैं तो our family, our mother used to do only these things only, so that we can afford each and everything in a proper manner. So for example, if someone has a salary of 10,000 rupees or monthly 10,000 rupees is their income, so we need to have a proper budgeting to do a proper financial planning. So we need to allocate certain funds for certain things. So for example, if a person is earning 10,000 rupees a month, he have to manage his living in that 10,000 rupees only, right? So there is a budgeting allocated. There is a 50-30-20 rule, which says that 50% of your income you should spend on your needs. Needs basically means your roti, kapda, makan, which we call it, and 30% on your wants. Like for example, if you talk about me, I have to go one movie every month, that is for fixed. So I'll just spend the ticket of that movie from that 30% of amount. Or if I say that I have to go on dinner every month for one day at least, so I'll just arrange that money from this 30% amount. So this is how you should manage your money. If you're earning member, then you should be responsible enough to save money, to invest money, and to spend money on the necessary things. And once you are able to imagine that 50% you should be doing it on your needs, 30% on your wants, and the most important thing, 20% should be saved, so that in any case of any future, you can invest, you can save for your future, you can create wealth for your future. And with the increase in your salary, you should also increase this percentage of saving. Okay, so this is the most important thing which everyone should follow. If no matter how much salary you earn, no matter how much pocket money you have, if you are a student, you all are college student, so I know that a pocket money can be 5,000, 10,000 rupees, but out of that also you should save some of the amount and invest that amount, right? So by this strategy you can save more amount from now onwards. And so we knew, okay, we have to do budgeting to save more, to spend in a more proper way. But then why people are not financially independent in India? What is stopping people from being financially independent? So as you all are college students, so there are some of the points which I can relate with, which I have experienced in my life. So I'll just share those points with you. So there are 2 to 3 factors which I can consider because of which a person can never be a financially independent person. So that is debt trap, inadequate insurance, inadequate emergency fund. So I will just talk about one by one. So debt trap is something which I fall off. Like जब मैं अपने कॉलेज से फर्स्ट जॉब में एंटर करी थी, तब मैं इस डेट ट्रैप में फंसी थी. जब मैं लोगों को देखती हूँ, even before working at Finology, I used to work with a bank. So there I understood the importance of insurance, how important insurance is to your family and yourself. And emergency fund, this is the most important thing. And the importance of emergency fund, I have just realized during the COVID pandemic situation. I'll just explain this in my coming PPT. So debt trap is something which shows the data that 1 out of 4 Indians owe more than 5 times of what they own. राइट सो अगर कोई पर्सन 1 रुपए कमा रहा है तो 5 रुपए तो वो ओन करता है उसमें से. सो दैट दिस इज समथिंग कि बहुत सारे लोग डेट को इतना सीरियसली नहीं लेते हैं. एंड स्पेशली जो यंगस्टर्स होते हैं जो 20-25 के बीच में होते हैं, व्हेन दे कंप्लीट देयर ग्रेजुएशन एंड मूव टुवर्ड्स द जॉब, दे टेंड टू फॉल फॉर सम थिंग्स लाइक लग्जूरियस लाइफ. उन्हें लग्जूरियस लाइफ जीनी है, उन्हें शो ऑफ करना होता है, एंड दिस इज नॉर्मल फॉर एवरीवन. लाइक आई ऑल्सो डिड दिस इन माय टाइम. So this is something we should be aware of. I'm not saying that you should not enjoy your life or you should not go for movies, you should not go for restaurants, but you should go, but you should plan properly for that. So that you should not fall in that one category which who has debt. So if you have debt, like we have discussed earlier, कि अगर if you have 10,000 rupees monthly salary, how can you manage it to have a proper financial planning? But if some person falls for a debt trap, like for example, I fall for a debt trap. I'll just share my experience with you. When I was in my first job, which I did in a bank, तो वहाँ पे I used to get a lot of things like बहुत सारे फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट्स, इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट, क्रेडिट कार्ड, डीमैट अकाउंट, ट्रेडिंग एंड etc. And there I fall for credit card trap. So credit card is something which everyone should be aware of before using it. The terms and conditions should be very clear before using it, because if I share my experience, I just applied for a credit card and I got my credit card. The limit was around 15,000-20,000 at that time, and I used it. I relentlessly used it. Whenever I was doing any shopping, I swiped from credit card. If I was eating a pizza, I swiped from credit card. So this is something, this became my habit to spend a lot from my credit card. But that should not be done, because there is a loop in a credit card that you, at a certain point of time, you have to pay your bills, and if you miss that bills, you will be charged 34% interest rate on that amount, which is very, very, very huge. So before using credit card, you should be aware about the terms and conditions of using it. And because I was not aware of it, I fall for that debt trap. And if someone from your family or someone from your friends fall for this, then you should tell them this method to get rid of their debts. So as we have earlier discussed the 50-30-20 rule, now we'll be discussing 35-45-20 rule, which is properly analyzed for people who have high debt. So in this scenario, in previous scenario, we used to spend 50% on our needs, but here we'll be spending 35% on our essential expenses. And essential expenses includes foods and living expenses, healthcare, groceries, education, etc. And the rest 45% we'll settle debt with that. And debt can be of any type. And for example, credit card loan, other debts, or car loan, education loan, or anything. And the rest 20% is still saved. So now you can see that no matter what, no matter in how much debt you are, no matter how much you earn, you have to save 20% of your income every month, because that would create wealth for your future. So apart from this, as we have discussed the debt trap, we have discussed inadequate life insurance thing. So we'll discuss this now. तो इंश्योरेंस सुनते ही स्ट्रेस तो अलग होता है, माइग्रेन अलग होता है, हाइपरटेंशन अलग होता है, इंश्योरेंस अलग चीज होती है. आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस टर्मिनोलॉजी, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस इमोशन बिटवीन ऑल ऑफ यू, बिकॉज मार्केट में देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिव सेंटिमेंट अराउंड इंश्योरेंस. बिकॉज आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट एवरी इंश्योरेंस एजेंट इज रॉन्ग बाय सेलिंग देयर प्रोडक्ट्स, बट सम ऑफ द इंश्योरेंस एजेंट पोर्ट्रे इट एज इफ दे आर अर्निंग कमीशन फ्रॉम इट, राइट? बिकॉज इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट ऐसा है कि जिससे लोगों को बेनिफिट होना चाहिए. बट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जो फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में जो सिचुएशन है, उसे देख के किसी भी यही लगता है कि जब इंश्योरेंस एजेंट आपके घर आता है इंश्योरेंस बेचने के लिए, तो उसका मोटिव आपको बेनिफिट देने का नहीं होता है, उसका मोटिव होता है कि उसे कितना कमीशन मिलेगा उससे. सो दिस क्रिएटेड अ लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिव पर्सपेक्टिव अराउंड इंश्योरेंस, व्हिच इज नॉट राइट. बट इन दिस सेशन आई जस्ट मेक यू अवेयर अबाउट व्हाट एक्चुअली इंश्योरेंस इज. तो इसके बाद अगर आपके घर में कोई इंश्योरेंस एजेंट इंश्योरेंस बेचने आए आपके पापा या मम्मी को, तो यू कैन से कि नहीं, ये इंश्योरेंस सही नहीं है, ये इंश्योरेंस सही है. सो विल जस्ट हैव अ सेशन ऑन इंश्योरेंस. So basically there are various types of insurance in insurance industry. There are endowment plan, ulip plans, money back plans, life insurance plans, and whatnot. But we whenever you go to buy an insurance policy, you should never forget the meaning of term insurance. What actually insurance mean? हमने इतना ही पढ़ा, हमने इंश्योरेंस के बारे में हमेशा यही पढ़ा है कि इंश्योरेंस इज समथिंग विच reimburse for your losses in case of any accident, in case of theft, in case of any death. So this is the meaning of this term. We should never mix insurance with any kind of investments. So अगर आपके घर में कोई भी आता है LIC एजेंट या हो कोई भी एजेंट हो, और अगर वो आपके मदर या फादर या आपके सिस्टर या आपके कोई भी क्लोज रिलेटिव को ये बोलता है कि you will get insurance with investment, so this is not the right way to opt for insurance. Only right way of opting an insurance is for life insurance, that is pure term plan. So I'll just explain what term insurance means. So I'll just take my example. So say for example, I am the only single earning person of my family, and my family is dependent upon me for their financial needs. Okay, so in this case, if I am not there tomorrow, who will manage the who will manage the finance of my family? So this is why insurance is there. So in case if any mishappening happens with me, the term insurance which I have opted for will be benefited to my nominee, that is my family. If say suppose I have opted for 1 crore term insurance plan and I'm paying premium yearly, and sorry, and if there is something mishappening happened to me and I'm not there, so that 1 crore rupees will go to my nominee. My nominee will have that amount, and then they will be able to run their life normally, right? So this is the sorry, so this is the importance of term insurance. I'll just take a break.
For the time being, if anyone has a question, they can keep putting it in the chat box, guys. I hope you all are enjoying the session. I mean, Kirti ma'am is really doing a great one. I'm enjoying a lot. If there are people from other colleges, they can write yes in the chat box. If you're having someone except from an IT Surat, it would help us know what our reach is. Yeah, okay, Abhilasha. Okay. A triple IT Surat, okay.
For the entire time Kirti ma'am is presenting, you can just put up your questions in the chat box. We will address to them at the end along with our questions. Is it fine?
Yeah, hi. I'm just having a sore throat. Sorry.
It's fine, ma'am. We can.
Yeah. So I'll just reshare my screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Were there any questions?
Yeah, you can continue with the PPT. We'll address them at the last if it's comfortable.
Sure. Sorry if this happens again.
No, I understand. It's very.
So is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so I was telling the importance of term insurance. So basically, term insurance is something which will help your family when you are not there, right? So there are certain parameters which we should consider before buying term insurance, which is very important, because buying term insurance is something you're providing financial help to your family, not you. Because if something happens to me, I'll not be able to enjoy that amount which the life cover is. That would be going to my family. So I'll make sure that the term insurance which I'm purchasing is like is equivalent to like fulfilling my all goals, is fulfilling my family's goal, right? So there are certain parameters which we should always consider before buying term insurance. So if you all graduate tomorrow and you go to a job, so you should consider these steps. You can take a screenshot of this because this is very important. This will help you in your future. So the first important thing while opting for any term insurance is buy an insurance policy at a very young age. And जैसे मैंने जब I opted out of college and I got my first job, the moment I got a job and I knew ki okay, I have to do this. My salary is secured, my salary is good. I just opted for term insurance. Why so? Because opting term insurance at an earlier age will help you to get lesser premium. Because as a young age, the threat to your life is less, like you will not like there is more time for you. Mortality rate, actually insurance companies make mortality rate hoti hai, which defines the risk of the life, right? So at a young age the risk of life is very less, so the premium will be very less. So buy life insurance as early as you can. The second important point is avoid buying life insurance as an investment option, which I told you when I was explaining the insurance part. Ki insurance or investment, both are different things, both fulfills the different purposes, right? So insurance is something which will protect your family when you are not there, and investment is something which you will enjoy when the time will come. So you have to keep both the things in a very separate way. You have to buy life insurance policy as a term insurance policy. For investment, there are a lot of things you can do. FD, you can do investment in stock market, mutual fund, etc. But never mix both these plans in one plan. Third one is having life insurance protection at least until your retirement. Now, why so? Because let's say, again, I'm taking my example. If I am an earning member of my family and my family is dependent upon me, so after my family, my children would be dependent upon me. So until my retirement, my money, what I earn is serving to my family. Okay. So until I earn, if something happens to me, how my children will survive? Yeah, how my parents will survive? So that is why taking term insurance till your retirement age is very important. Say suppose today my age is 25 years and my retirement age is 55 years. So I have to take term insurance till 55 years, so that if in between something happens to me, the money will be going to my nominee so that they can lead a normal life. The fourth and the most important thing is provide accurate disclosure of your medical history and your personal habits to your insurer. The why so? Because I just share an real experience that I experienced while I was working with bank. So I was working at a bank one day, and one day a person came to me and said ki I want to buy a life insurance policy from you. And he was like good healthy man, 35 years old. So I said, okay, I'll just fill an application form for you, and you have to and you will be done with some medical tests vagera, and then you will be issued a policy. So he did everything. There is a proper procedure while processing the insurance policies to someone. So the process is like you have to opt for a medical treatment first. Like एक पूरा medical treatment होता है hospitals में जाके, networking hospitals में, जहाँ पे the person has to go. वहाँ पे उसका blood test होगा and several tests होंगे, जिससे उसकी एक medical habit के बारे में, एक medical history के बारे में हमें पता चल जाता है. And after that, the insurer will ask some of the questions related to their medical history. Like, for example, if you are a smoker, if you are a chain smoker, if you do any hazardous activities, like, for example, if you do bungee jumping, if you do skydiving, is all of these things. And is there any disease which you had earlier? Is there any operation which you survived earlier? So all these things you have to disclose to your insurer. And that person, which I'm talking about, that person did medical tests and answered all the questions of the insurer, of the underwriter, and the policy was issued. And the policy was of 1 crore rupees, and the premium was around 25,000, which he paid. And after 5 years, after 1.5 years, he died. So when he died, his brother came to us to claim the amount that my brother died 1 month ago, and I am here to claim for the amount. So we processed the claim, we filled the form, and we given it to underwriter. But when the underwriter was assessing the document of his medical history, he found out that the person was suffering from high BP from last 10 years, and he didn't disclose it to the insurer. So this is the thing where insurer were right, but the insured was not right. He was not disclosing all the things to the insurer, and this is why the claim got rejected. So here, he paid 25,000 rupees every year. The 25,000 rupees got wasted, and the family didn't even get the 1 crore rupee claim, which they should have gotten. So this is why sharing all the medical history to the insurer, and all the personal habits to insurer is important, because this will make sure कि आपकी पॉलिसी सही तरीके से ली गई है. और अगर से सपोज अगर उस पर्सन ने बता दिया होता कि उसे बीपी की प्रॉब्लम है, तो व्हाट वुड हैव हैपेंड? या तो लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी उसे पॉलिसी नहीं देती, या फिर दे वुड हैव इंक्रीज द प्रीमियम, बिकॉज द रिस्क ऑफ द लाइफ इज ज्यादा. So they would have increased the premium. So this is what ये scenario होता. But because he didn't disclose the things, he didn't get the claim. His nominee didn't get the claim, which जो कि उनका right था मिलने का, but they didn't get it because of the small mistake. अब हो सकता है maybe वो mistake उनसे गलती से हो गई हो, या फिर उन्होंने जानबूझ के की हो. That is not the matter. But 25,000 waste होने के बाद भी their family didn't get any claim. So these are the 4 points which everyone should consider before buying any term insurance. Okay. So are you enjoying the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if you like, you can take the questions related to insurance right now as well, because there are many.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll just see the chat. Yeah, okay. You can post your questions. Okay, I can see.
We can take
Okay,
the
so
life
Kunal-
insurance now, and we'll take the
Kunal
savings
is-
later. Yeah.
Okay. So Krunal is saying why we have to avoid life insurance as an investment. What is the problem? So basically, there are plans which offers insurance and investments both. Like for example, I can say ULIP plans, unit linked insurance plan, where the amount you have invested in some of the amount goes to market risk, market related products, and some of the amount goes to your life cover, which will be given once some mishappening happens. So say for example, a ULIP plan has a premium of rupees 50,000, which you have to pay per year. So out of that 50,000, first of all, there are many charges. ULIP plans में बहुत सारे charges होते हैं. So if you are investing for 50,000 rupees in ULIP, only 45,000 will get invested in that plan. Other 5,000 rupees will be deducted in various charges only. Okay, so 5,000 तो वहीं चला गया आपका. And 45,000 में से भी some of the amount will go to insurance coverage, and some of the amount will go to market related product, like some of the amount will be invested in blah blah funds or blah blah stocks. And this is why, because they are providing you mortality risk and they are providing you investment. This, if you compare the returns of a proper stock, say for example, Asian Paints, if you would have invested this 50,000 rupees in Asian Paints 10 years ago, and if you have invested in 50,000 rupees in ULIP plan, you can compare both. You can compare the returns of both. A ULIP plan will not provide you return more which can beat inflation, right? But Asian Paints can provide you returns which can beat inflation. I'm not saying that Asian Paints is the right choice. There can be a various stocks, but there can be stocks which can give you losses as well. But when you know कि ULIPs have various charges, जिसमें आपके 3-4 हजार तो ऐसे ही कट जाने हैं, and थोड़ा बहुत amount ही आपका returns के through आपको मिलेगा, and that too will not beat the inflation. So why going for insurance and investment combined? Keep both of the things separate, because the purpose of both of the things are very different. So I hope this is clear to you. And one more question is there, apart from life insurance, should we opt for other insurances like health? Yeah, of course. I'll just talk about health insurance in further PPT. Though I'll give this answer at that time only. Yeah, so I'll just continue with the PPT now. Yeah, so I hope these 4 important parameters are clear to you all. So I'll just move to a story time now. So or you all must be thinking कि इतनी story बताने के बाद भी अभी और story बची हुई है. तो हाँ, एक story और बची हुई है, which is related to emergency fund. So why emergency fund is important? This is the story is related to this only. So first of all, we'll understand what emergency fund is. So as the name suggests, emergency में काम आने वाला fund. So why is it important? So I'll just discuss a scenario with you, which I have seen in one of my close friends' home. So before pandemic, I'll just talk about before pandemic situation when she was doing very well. She had a job, she had a secured job, she has a secured salary, everything was going good, going moderate life जी रही थी वो. But then suddenly COVID hit us again. और उसके बाद she lost her life. She lost her job, and she lost the job. Then उसके पास कोई सैलरी नहीं थी, मंथली इनकम नहीं था. तो मंथली इनकम ना होने की वजह से और उसकी फैमिली भी उसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट थी. तो नाउ व्हाट she can do? She searched for another job, but obviously during that COVID time, everyone knew, we all knew कि jobs ढूंढनी कितनी मुश्किल थी और उस सिचुएशन में कहीं बाहर निकलना भी कितना मुश्किल था. So in this scenario, she didn't have any emergency fund. She didn't have any savings at that time. And उसके बाद भी और बुरा हुआ है. बुरा ये हुआ है कि उसे खुद को भी कोविड हुआ, and then her family also got COVID. And the medical expense bill was huge, that is 2 lakh 3 lakh rupees. तो यहाँ वो अपने घर को सर्वाइव करने में तो प्रॉब्लम फेस कर ही रही थी, देन मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस को भी वो कैसे पे करेगी. तो अब ये दोनों ही चीजों का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कैसे होगा. तो आई जस्ट टेल यू, हमारे लिए इमरजेंसी फंड, जैसे इफ वी टॉक अबाउट जेनजीज एंड मिलेनियल्स, हमारे लिए इमरजेंसी फंड इज लाइक ठीक है, 1000 रुपए है बैंक बैलेंस में, अकाउंट में है, चल जाएगा काम. बट ऐसी सिचुएशन में, जिस सिचुएशन में मेरी फ्रेंड फंसी हुई थी, उस सिचुएशन में क्या ये काम आने वाला है? तो ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. सो क्या काम आएगा? So how does an emergency fund and health insurance policy protect your investment gains? We'll talk about this now. So this is I'll just मैं इस स्टोरी को और आगे बढ़ाऊंगी. तो अब क्या हुआ, अब मेरी जो फ्रेंड है, उसने आज जब वो जॉब कर रही थी, तब उसने कुछ 50,000 रुपीज कहीं इन्वेस्ट किए थे किसी स्टॉक में या किसी कहीं भी जगह पे. एंड एट द टाइम ऑफ कोविड व्हेन दे वर एडमिटेड टू हॉस्पिटल, उस इन्वेस्टमेंट की वैल्यू थी से सपोज 1,50,000 रुपीज. और उसके पास कोई अदर इमरजेंसी फंड भी नहीं था. तो अब इन दिस सिचुएशन व्हाट शी हैड डन, तो अब उसने सारे इन्वेस्टमेंट गेन्स जहां जहां पे उसने इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रखी थी, चाहे वो एफडी में हो, चाहे वो आरडी हो, चाहे वो कोई स्टॉक इन्वेस्टमेंट हो, म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट हो, शी विड्रू एवरीथिंग. और उन सारे पैसों से शी पेड मेडिकल बिल्स, शी डिड हर हाउस होल्ड एक्सपेंसेस. तो अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, उस इमरजेंसी फंड ना होने की वजह से, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस ना होने की वजह से, शी लॉस्ट ऑल हर मनी विच शी इन्वेस्टेड समवेयर इन होप ऑफ क्रिएटिंग अ वेल्थ. अगर आज की डेट में इफ शी वुड नॉट हैव विड्रॉन दैट अमाउंट, तो वो आज शायद 1.5 लाख से 2.5 लाख भी हो सकता था, क्योंकि कोविड के बाद मार्केट इतना रिकवर भी हुआ है, तो और ज्यादा भी बढ़ सकता था, और उसके बाद भी और ज्यादा बढ़ सकता था. दैट सो इन्वेस्टमेंट हैड अ पोटेंशियल टू ग्रो, बट इट डिडंट ग्रो बिकॉज in case of any emergency, she withdrew the amount and she paid her bills. तो यहाँ पे the importance of emergency fund and health insurance हमें दिखाई देता है. तो yes, you should always have an emergency fund and health insurance policy, because this will protect your investment gain which you have done for any other purposes. उसके इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का पर्पस कभी ये तो नहीं था कि उसे वो इमरजेंसी में काम आएगा या मेडिकल एक्सपेंस पे काम आएगा. She invested because she thought कि फ्यूचर में she will create a wealth with that amount. So that is why emergency fund and insurance is important. Health insurance is important particularly. So if emergency fund is important, then how much emergency fund one should have? So as you can see, the thumb rule says that your emergency fund should be between 3 to 6 times of your monthly salary. So say suppose if someone has a salary of 10,000 rupees per month, तो उसके पास 30,000 to 60,000 emergency fund तो होना ही चाहिए in any case. Because if आज उसकी जॉब चली जाती है, तो अगले 4-5 महीने तक he has money to survive. So अगले 4-5 महीने में he can find some other job. तो और उस टाइम पे उसको मनी क्राइसिस भी नहीं होंगे. सो दैट इज व्हाई इमरजेंसी फंड इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट अब हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट सेविंग्स के बारे में बात कर ली, डेट ट्रैप से कैसे बचना है इसके बारे में बात कर लिया, इंश्योरेंस के बारे में बात कर लिया. नाउ द होल पॉइंट, व्हाट इज द पॉइंट ऑफ सेविंग मनी? हम उस मनी को सेव करके कहीं पे एफडी करके तो नहीं रखेंगे, ना कोई ना सेविंग्स अकाउंट में छोड़ेंगे. बिकॉज एट दिस टाइम आई जस्ट हर्ड लाइक रेड वन क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो ऑन चैट कि समवन सेड कि सेव करने से क्या होगा, इन्फ्लेशन रेट इज 6 to 8%. yes, you are right, inflation rate is 6%, 7%. So we have to invest that amount in a particular manner so that we can beat inflation and create wealth also. And also investing more amount will give you more wealth. So here is one example which I have created. So there are two persons, Mr. Blessed and Mr. Smart, who are of same age, that is 25. Mr. Blessed has a salary of 50,000 per month and Mr. Smart has 30,000. But despite having more salary, he is able to save 33,000 rupees per month. And despite having less salary, Mr. Smart is able to save 8,000 rupees per month. And when they invested this amount till their retirement age, that is 60 years tak, they created a wealth of Mr. Bless created wealth of 1.15 crores and Mr. Smart created a wealth of 3.06 crores. But now we can see कि Mr. Smart earned less and Mr. Blessed earned ज़्यादा, but फिर भी the wealth created by Mr. Smart is more. Why so? Because he saved more and he invested more. So this is the benefit of saving more and investing more. Right, because that is why Mr. Smart is able to create 3 times wealth than Mr. Blessed. So investing more amount is always good. It's always a good option. So now that we have understood कि ठीक है, इन्वेस्टिंग ज्यादा करनी अच्छी होती है, बट इन्वेस्टिंग जल्दी करनी भी जरूरी होती है. बट क्यों जरूरी होती है? तो लेट मी शो यू द पावर ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग, व्हाट वी कॉल पावर ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग. अगर यू आई थिंक ऑल यू मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ MRF शेयर एंड रिलायंस, हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर, TCS, बजाज फाइनेंस. दीज कंपनीज आर वेरी कॉमन बिटवीन अस. तो अगर इन 2006 someone has invested 2500 rupees, तो आज की 2021 में उसकी अमाउंट उसका अमाउंट का वैल्यू अराउंड 81,000 हो जाता. एंड रिलायंस में भी सेम, अगर 270 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट, 270 रुपीज की तो हम पिज्जा भी नहीं आता आज की डेट में 270 रुपीज में, और अगर वही अमाउंट हम इन्वेस्ट कर लेते तो एटलीस्ट 2100 रुपीज हो जाते, एक बर्थडे ड्रेस तो आ ही जाती. तो इसीलिए पावर ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग इज समथिंग विच वी शुड ऑलवेज बिलीव इन. और पावर ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग का फायदा हमें तब मिलता है व्हेन वी इन्वेस्ट इन अर्ली स्टेजेस एंड वी इन्वेस्ट मोर. ओके, Now, in overall presentation, we have heard कि हमें क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, क्यों करना है. But now we'll understand what we should not do. So there are certain financial products which are in the market which we should never consider. So the first one is ULIP plans, as I told you, because they have huge charges और उसमें market risk होता है. आपका पैसा market में लगता है, which is managed by someone else, and you don't know about that person. There is no transparency in this plan. So you should always stay away from ULIPs, which is unit linked insurance plan basically. Second one is credit card loans. So credit card पे भी basically हमें दूर इसलिए रहना चाहिए क्योंकि credit card के भी policies ज़्यादा transparent नहीं होते. Banks are not that much open up to tell you everything about credit cards. वो बस आपको दे देते हैं और आप इतने complicated और इतने सारे terms and condition होते हैं that you will not be able to access all those information, and you will end up having a debt trap on that. And third one is regular mutual funds. So what is regular mutual funds? So I think everyone is aware about what mutual fund is. Mutual fund is something where investors pool money and that money is getting invested into some of the stocks, right? And mutual fund are managed by some professional fund managers. So there are two types of mutual fund. One is regular mutual fund and the second one is direct mutual fund. So we should never invest in regular mutual fund. Why so? Because I'll just tell you an example. Say suppose one of you is keen to invest in mutual fund and I came to you and said ki okay, give me 1,000 rupees, aapki 1,000 rupees ki SIP we'll do in mutual funds, and you gave me 1,000 rupees and I invested that 1,000 rupees on behalf of you. Like I took that from you and I invested in certain mutual fund, telling you that I'm investing in this mutual fund. Now what will happen is आपने तो मुझे 1,000 रुपए दिए, लेकिन उस म्यूचुअल फंड में कितने पैसे इन्वेस्ट हुए? 900 रुपीज फॉर एग्जाम्पल, 900 रुपीज, और 100 रुपीज कहाँ गए? वो मेरी जेब में गए. बिकॉज मैं आई आपके पास, चल के आई, पेट्रोल वेस्ट करके आई, फॉर्म भरा, आपके जगह पे कंपनी के पास गई, आपका पैसा इन्वेस्ट करवाया, तो उसका कुछ तो कमीशन मैं लूंगी ना. सो दिस इज समथिंग विच इज रेगुलर म्यूचुअल फंड्स, जिसमें मीडिएटर इन्वॉल्व होता है. बट इफ आई टेल यू कि आप इतने सक्षम है कि आप म्यूचुअल फंड खरीद सकते हैं, आपको बस थोड़ा बहुत रिसर्च करना है कि कौन से म्यूचुअल फंड्स अच्छे हैं, और देयर आर सर्टेन एडवाइजर्स इन फाइनेंशियल मार्केट, तो आप उनसे भी पूछ सकते हैं कि आपको कौन सा फंड लेना है, क्या कौन सा फंड आपके रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग के हिसाब से सही है या नहीं है. तो उस हिसाब से यू कैन ऑल्सो इन्वेस्ट, मीडिएटर की जरूरत नहीं है. तो जो बिना मीडिएटर के थ्रू इन्वेस्ट किया गया म्यूचुअल फंड होता है, उसे हम डायरेक्ट म्यूचुअल फंड बोलते हैं. तो rather than opting for any regular mutual fund, always opt for direct mutual fund. Or mutual fund is something which anyone can opt for. Like for example, if you all are college students, as of now you are not that much earning, आप अपने कहीं ना कहीं अपने पेरेंट्स पे डिपेंडेंट हो, पॉकेट मनी मिलती होगी. सम ऑफ यू माइट बी फ्रीलांसिंग फ्रॉम नाउ इटसेल्फ. तो अगर आपको फ्रीलांस का पैसा मिलता है या आपको पॉकेट मनी मिलती है, try to save 1,000 rupees out of it and invest it in mutual funds, because investing early will give you more benefits. And the fourth product is digital gold or normal gold, because if I go to buy gold, there is no surety of its purity, and उसमें physical making charges भी बहुत सारे लगते हैं. तो rather than buying physical gold, go for digital gold. And digital gold में भी sovereign gold bond आता है, जिसमें sovereign gold bond is actually 8 years का lock-in period का gold bond where you have to invest minimum 5,000 rupees, and उसमें आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो rather than going for some physical gold, until and unless आपको वो physical gold wear करना हो. अगर आपको wear ना करना हो, तो I think gold is not a right option to invest. And the last one is unregulated financial product. अब unregulated भी बोल सकते हैं, and आजकल we are seeing that after scam 1992 thing, financial market, stock market is like सबको पसंद आ रहा है, and everyone is entering without any information. तो in this सिचुएशन आपको समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या इन्वेस्ट करना है, कैसे कर रहा है. तो जो आपको टिप दे देता है, आप उस टिप पे इन्वेस्ट कर लेते हो. बट डू यू हैव टू डू योर ओन रिसर्च, बिकॉज जो पैसा आप उसमें इन्वेस्ट करें वो तो आपका है, तो आप किसी और की टिप क्यों सुन रहे हो. तो इसीलिए इन्वेस्ट बाय योर ओन नॉलेज, एंड किसी भी अनरेगुलेटेड फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करने से हमें हमेशा बचना चाहिए. तो दीज आर सम ऑफ द 4-5 पैरामीटर्स which you should always avoid. Now the biggest question is where you should invest, how much you should invest. we अभी तक हमने we have discussed कि क्या करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए और कैसे करना चाहिए. But now we'll discuss कि कहाँ कैसे करना है, क्या who will help you, how you can generate idea कि आपको कौन से stocks में invest करना चाहिए. Not only stocks, but आपको एक सही advice कैसे मिलेगी. So here Finology 1 helps you. We have different kinds of products through which you will be able to assess कि आपको क्या करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. तो I'll just show you a glimpse of all the products which we have at Finology. Then So the first of all, जब भी हम स्टॉक मार्केट में एंटर करने की बात करते हैं, तो वी हैव वन क्वेश्चन कि इन्वेस्ट कैसे करें. हम जब बैंक में पैसे डालने की बात करते हैं, तो वी नो कि सेविंग्स अकाउंट खुलवाना पड़ता है. जब स्टॉक मार्केट में पैसे डालने हैं, तो क्या करना होता है, तो सबसे पहले ओपन करना होता है डीमैट अकाउंट. तो डीमैट अकाउंट ओपन करने के लिए अब मार्केट में बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं, बैंक्स है, डिस्काउंटेड ब्रोकर्स है, बहुत सारे ब्रोकर्स है. हाउ विल यू एबल टू एनालाइज कि आपके लिए कौन सा सही ब्रोकर है और क्या कौन सा ब्रोकर क्या क्या चीजें आपको ऑफर करता है. तो we at select.finology.in, you should always visit this website for if you want to open a demat account. इसमें we have a lot of brokers listed. So for example, Zerodha, Upstocks, Angel One, Grow. So all these brokers, you will get a detailed information about all these brokers. And if you want to open a demat account, you can open through here also, or you can directly open from their website as well. अब जब एक बार डीमैट अकाउंट खुल जाता है, तो उसके बाद अब आगे क्या, अब हमें स्टॉक मार्केट इन्वेस्टिंग तो करनी है, या फिर नॉर्मल फाइनेंशियल नॉलेज तो चाहिए ना. तो अब फाइनेंशियल नॉलेज चाहिए, तो अब आप कहाँ जा सकते हैं, तो आप क्वेस्ट बाय फिनोलॉजी पे जा सकते हैं, जहाँ पे यू हैव डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फ्री कोर्सेज. लाइक मैं आपको पेड वर्जन के बारे में बोल नहीं रही हूँ, मैं आपको फ्री कोर्सेज के लिए बोल रही हूँ, जिसमें यू विल हैव अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ नॉलेज कि वाई स्टॉक मार्केट इन्वेस्टिंग, क्या होता है स्टॉक मार्केट, बिकॉज ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर नॉट टॉट टू अस एट स्कूल और कॉलेजेस. सो दिस इज समथिंग, बट importance of investing is very important in our lives. तो हमें ये पता होना चाहिए. तो I would tell you all of you to visit quest.phenology.in, where you will find all these free courses, why you should invest in stock market, beginner guide to stock market, how to create a profitable portfolio. All these things you will be able to learn from the basics. Okay, फिर उसके बाद if you are interested to analyze any company, if you are interested कि अरे यार मैं मैगी तो खाती हूँ ना, तो मैं नेस्ले का स्टॉक क्यों ना परचेज कर लूँ, या फिर मैं मैरीगोल्ड तो खाती हूँ रोज, तो फिर मैं ब्रिटानिया का स्टॉक क्यों ना ढूंढ लूँ. तो here is Ticker, an analysis tool which will help you to analyze different company, different listed companies. So because you all are new to investing field, you all don't know that. If you don't know that much about stock market, you can simply type products here. Like for example, if you eat Maggi, Maggi तो सब खाते हैं. So if you type Maggi here, it will show you कि ये Maggi कौन से product, कौन से brand का है, कौन से company का है. So it is showing that Maggi Nestle का है. So you'll be able to analyze all the details about Nestle from here only. कि Nestle का market capitalization कितना है, Nestle ने कितना profit earn किया है, और उसके कौन से कॉम्पिटिटर कंपनीज है, उसकी सेल्स ग्रोथ क्या है, प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ क्या है. थ्रू ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू विल बी एबल टू एनालाइज कि आपको नेस्ले में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. एंड इफ ये सारी ही चीजें आपको नहीं करनी है, एंड इफ यू वांट कि नहीं मुझे रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए या फिर मुझे एक पर्सनल फाइनेंसिंग पे अपना खुद का एक बिल्डअप करना है, तो यू कैन विजिट recipe.phenology.in, wherein आप अपनी सारी पर्सनल फाइनेंसिंग की चीजें कर सकते हैं, जहां पे आपको बताया जाएगा कि आप अगर इंश्योरेंस परचेज करना चाहते हैं तो कितना इंश्योरेंस आपके लिए एडिक्वेट है, अगर आप डेट में फंसे हुए हैं तो कितना डेट आपको कैसे रीपे करना चाहिए, ये आपको रेसिपी बताता है. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम ऑल दीज थिंग्स, इफ यू ओनली वांट टू गेन नॉलेज अबाउट स्टॉक मार्केट या ओनली वांट टू गेन नॉलेज अबाउट फाइनेंशियल थिंग्स, देन यू कैन विजिट टिकर बाय फिनोलॉजी यूट्यूब चैनल. किसी ने शायद मुझे चैट पे भी पूछा है कि यूट्यूब का लिंक चाहिए, तो दिस इज द चैनल फिनोलॉजी टिकर. You can visit this channel. We have various videos on financial things, financial concepts, IPO videos and everything. You can visit this channel and you will be able to learn a lot, I hope. So yeah, this was it from my presentation. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed a lot on this presentation. I'll be just open to all the questions now. So I'll just read the questions which are mentioned on the chat only. Okay, someone asked me about, ma'am, what's your take on cryptocurrency considering its volatility and the tax implemented on it? Yeah, so cryptocurrency is the buzz right now. Everyone is talking about cryptocurrency, blockchain, Ethereum and everything, but don't know about it at that, like इतना डिटेल में नहीं पता है. So first of all, I would suggest you कि cryptocurrencies के बारे में first have थोड़ी बहुत awareness, what actually cryptocurrency is, how it works, how blockchain works, and what is the future of cryptocurrency in India specifically. So as of now, cryptocurrency is not regulated in India. So investing in cryptocurrency is, yes, volatile, but I would say if you are keen about cryptocurrencies, if you want to know more about it, you can explore it because you are young as of now, and because I am also keen to know more about cryptocurrencies because it interests me. It's like something जो अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. So you can invest a small portion, very little portion in cryptocurrencies just to have an experience about it, but don't invest बहुत ज़्यादा amount in it so that you face losses. So this is my take on cryptocurrency कि ये आगे चल के legalize होगा या नहीं होगा, I don't know, but इस पे taxation भी बहुत अभी बजट में लाया गया है. So there might be chances कि ये legalize हो सकता है या नहीं भी हो सकता है. So investing a huge amount is not a right way. Investing a small portion is okay. Okay, so someone said, let's talk money. You have worked hard for it. Now make money. Okay. This is really good book. Actually, I haven't read this book as of now, but yeah, I can give you a suggestion to read "Mint Your Money" by Pranjal Kamra, which is based on personal finance, and this book also gives you a overall review about your personal finance, how you can manage your personal finance. Yeah, so okay, someone asked me index fund versus mutual funds. So index fund भी एक mutual fund ही है, but index fund is something actually वो indices को copy करता है. तो if you are someone जो ज़्यादा research नहीं करना चाहता है mutual funds के around and जो ज़्यादा time नहीं देना चाहता है and just want to invest and be happy with 10-11% return, then yes, sure, index fund is a good option. But if you can explore, if you can learn about mutual funds, and if you're keen to analyze them, then go opt for direct mutual funds. And if you want a recommendation on mutual fund, you can go on recipe.phinology.in, wherein we have provided some of the free mutual fund recommendations as well. Also, we have given recommendations on YouTube channel as well. So if you are keen to invest in mutual fund, you can check those videos. Yeah, SIP is even better form of mutual fund. Yeah, definitely SIP is a better form of investing in mutual fund, because considering your age and my age, we cannot invest a lump sum amount in mutual fund, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees. So we can invest a bit of amount, like if you have a pocket money of 5,000 rupees, invest 1,000 rupees in an SIP, and investing 1,000 rupees every month will also get you a compounding effect.
I guess someone's mic is on, so the music is playing. Please turn that off. And and some people were raising their hands. They can speak turn by turn.
Yeah, please.
I think Ritik was there. Yeah, Ritik, you can speak. You can unmute your mic and ask the question.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to know, see, there are two options for me. First is life insurance. Second is stock market. Now I have 1,000 rupees per month to spend, right? So the first thing, I will go for a stock market. There is a choice that I will go for a stock market or insurance. If I will go for a stock market, there is in a 1 month, I will give 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 rupees. So there will be one more thing which will work in it. Stock market is rule of compounding. So for 55 years, I will go for a stock market with a 10% return. I will have a greater amount than a amount which I will go for that life insurance. So why not to go for that?
See, life insurance is, as I said, if your goal is to create wealth, then don't opt for life insurance. If your goal is to have a financial security for your family, then opt for life insurance. Both the things are again different. Stock market investing gives you, provides you with wealth creation. Insurance provides you with financial security. And considering as you are a college student as of now, insurance is not a right product. Insurance is for those people who are an earning member and the family is dependent upon them. So insurance is right product for them only. As of now, if you want to invest, you can invest in stock market or you can invest from mutual funds.
Does that clear your doubt, Ritik?
Yes, ma'am. And the next question is that the book recommendations which you would like to give us for financial independence at 25 or 26.
Yeah,
Somewhat
sure.
like
So
that.
I would like to tell you that we have a book, Mint Your Money, which Rich Dad Poor Dad, Mint Your Money. These are the two my favorite personal finance books. So Mint Your Money is by Pranjal Kamra, wherein he has easily explained how personal finance works for anyone. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is again by Robert Kiyosaki, which is again a very easy way explaining book about personal finance. So you can refer these two books.
Ma'am, which is another one except Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Mint Your Money.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ritik.
Siddharth, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my question is regarding mutual funds only. What's your temperament towards debt funds or hybrid funds as opposed to equity funds?
Yeah, so you can invest in debt fund or hybrid fund, but it totally depends on how risk averse you are. Like before investing in mutual fund, one should be aware about their goals, their risk taking capacity. Because if I say, for example, if there are two people, the one is 25 years old and one is 45 years old. So the 25-year-old person can take more risk, right? And the 35-year-old person cannot take that much risk because the family is dependent on him. If he might have kids, वगैरह. So he will not be able to take that much risk. So investing in debt fund is the right option for 35-year-old person, but investing in debt fund at the age of 20-25 is not that much a smart choice, I would say. You can invest in equity mutual funds rather.
But as of late, lots of debt funds have been doing better than equity funds. I myself have a few debt funds which are doing better than the
Yeah,
equity funds
I'm not.
I have.
Yeah.
Like, that might be wrong on my part, wrong equity funds I might be investing in. But that's
Yeah,
my
right.
experience so far.
Right. So, Siddharth, actually, choosing the right mutual fund is more important. If you want to invest in debt mutual fund, you can invest. I am not saying that you cannot invest, but how can you choose the right mutual fund is more important. So, there are a lot of debt mutual funds present in the market. You have to realize that कितना expense ratio है किसी का, how fund manager is managing it, what are the past return of that fund. You have to look upon all these factors, and then you have to invest in any mutual fund. So yes, you can invest in debt mutual fund, but the choice depends on you.
Yeah. I guess we'll move to Padam now. He has been raising hand for quite some time now. Padam, you can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And ma'am, you explained really well, and you took up like majority of the problems that we face in personal finance, and you offered the proper solutions for it. My question was that like you told about the point that there are a lot of charges, hidden charges, and different processing fees in the insurances that we purchase. So can we compare that to expense ratios in mutual funds? Like some mutual funds have a very high expense ratio. So can we compare them?
See, again, we are mixing up both the things. Mutual fund is for investment purpose, and life insurance is something which is for why consider life insurance which has charges in it? Because you are taking life insurance for what purpose? For financial security of your family. And if you are buying term insurance, there are no charges in that. There are hardly mortality charges, hardly any charges. But if you opt for any kind of mutual fund, yes, there are expense ratios. So you have to invest like before investing in any mutual fund, you have to check the expense ratio whether it is higher. And if it is higher, every time having a higher expense ratio is not bad, because it depends on how much return it is generating, right? If the generation is worth the expense ratio, then you can go for it. But if they are charging you very high expense ratio, high expense charges, and the returns are not good, then it might be not the right choice.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Padam.
Guys, if anyone has another question, they can raise their hands, or we'll move on to the vote of thanks. Because, okay.
Hello. Yes. So one of the mention of SGB, with the prices of gold being so stable, and a 2.5% annual return is something which is not very attractive. There are many series of SGBs coming up, and what is your take on on bonds generally? Because since RBI retail direct scheme, retail investors can now invest in any government bonds. So,
Right.
what is your take on investing in bonds?
See, personally, I don't invest in bonds, and I don't like that. I don't like to invest in bonds because they are very risk conservative. Because that is a very conservative choice. And as of now, I'm 27 years old, so I'll I would like to take more risk, and I would not like to park my fund in any bond as of now. But if there is some person who is 35 years old, 40 years old, then they might opt for any bond. But bonds are also fluctuate. ऐसा नहीं है कि bonds में कोई risk नहीं होता है, bonds में भी risk होता है, but interest rate risk होता है, and that interest rate risk is totally depend, like it's uncontrollable, that is not in our hands. So इसीलिए opting for bond depends on person to person, and I am someone who will not invest in bonds.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, sorry, we won't be taking any more questions now. We have to, ma'am has another webinar scheduled. So, Sushma, if we would like, we'll move on to the vote of thanks.
Okay.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
go ahead then.
Yeah.
First of all, it was a great talk. We all loved your talk. Thank you for giving us such a productive knowledge to us, and our audience was very curious as well. So now I would like to extend a really hearty vote of thanks to Kirti ma'am, who spared her precious time to grace the occasion. Today we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our near future. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all the participants who joined the meet. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me here. I hope you have enjoyed my PPT, and what I told you is important, is useful for you as well.
Yes, ma'am, we enjoyed it. And we also get to know about the resources from where we can study the things.
Yeah,
That
sure.
is important. And
Yeah.
it's really thankful for having you with us, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, ma'am, we'll have some questions which we'll take on with you later because we have a webinar now. We'll ask from the
Yes,
audience.
yes.
We'll surely
You
get.
can also use hashtag Quest by Phonology on Twitter channel, and put up your questions. We'll answer all the questions.
Okay, thank you so
Oh,
much,
that's
ma'am, for
great.
that resource.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
ma'am.
SCNIT students can wait. We have something else as well. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining today's session. We are having a quiz. CV conducts a quiz, a yearly quiz by the name of Curiosity, which we'll be planning soon. And